indeed. Welcome to the Never Not Funny. My name is Jimmy Pardo. I'm looking lock, stock, and barrel right down the center of that camera. Elliot's moved that. He's positioned it in a better position for me to be more comfortable in. That means nothing to you people listening on your iPods, not watching the video. It means nothing to you at all. But what I'm trying to do is explain to you that video is the way to go now. It's the same price. We're 22 episodes in. This is 12, 22, 1, 2, 2, 2. It's a one Karen Valentine. That's what I'm going to call it. And then probably forget that I'm going to call it that, and then probably just let that go away. Go away! Fly, little bird!
I don't get that
Fly!
reference.
What the fuck? I'm doing a bird thing here. I gotta get mad already?
I thought you were done.
Come on, man. I'm ramping up the bird piece.
Sorry.
You heard the bird piece coming.
When you're done with the burpees, can you tell me who
Well, it's
Karen
done now.
Valentine is?
It's done now with you throwing an anvil right in the middle of it. You killed the bird. That bird was about to take flight, and you took a bowling ball and dropped it on the bird.
I saw a dead bird over the weekend. Gross.
Now you could add to it. Now you just found another bird and threw it next to this dead bird. Now I got two dead birds. Yeah. Dead birds deaden in the dead of night.
Those are better than two in the bush.
Two in the bush. Two in the bush. What's that song from? What's that from? Two in the bush.
I don't know. It sounds like Max Headroom.
Yeah, it's not. I hear what you're saying. It's Max Headroom-like, but it's not that. What were you asking? You don't know what reference?
Yeah, what's 222? What's Karen Valentine?
Room 222 is a. Jesus Christ! I make the reference. I want to say a dramedy from the 70s.
Okay.
Room 222 might have been about Karen Valentine was a. I think every guy in my age group or older beat off the Karen Valentine at one time or another. Mm-hmm. Look that up, Garen. How do they describe Room 222?
American comedy drama television series.
Look at that.
Dramedy. You nailed it.
And what? Maybe I want to say between. Boy, oh boy, I'm going to be. I think I'm going to be wrong on this. Between 72 and 77. How am I doing?
You're a little off.
How off?
You're about 3 years off.
By which way?
69.
69, my brother.
Up
top Belknap.
Mm-hmm.
So 69 to what?
74.
74. How do I know about this thing then? Because I was 8 years old. I shouldn't be watching this. This is an adult thing, right? Where was it based? Room 222 was based on a schoolroom, right?
Yes. James L. Brooks created it. Maybe that's, well, you would have been 8. You would have known who he was.
Oh, gee. No, I remember that. I just had, fellas, I got to get back from Little League rehearsal. There's a new James L. Brooks vehicle on. I remember saying that. They all called me faggot, and and then I ran home to not get beat up. That's a true statement. I don't know a dollar in that case.
That's a quote.
That's a quote.
It's a direct quote.
That's a direct quote. By the way, don't think that didn't happen. Did I ever tell about the time I got called that in a meeting at MCA Records?
I don't think
I was
so.
at MCA Records, and if I've never spoken about this, I may have with you back when SpecialThing.com did a very nice feature on me. I was the youngest guy to work at MCA. I came in cold off the street, even though I had experience in the record store. But there were people there, that started in the mail room and were working their way up. That I got the job above them.
Yeah.
And they, one guy in particular, a guy named John. I won't give his last name for legal reasons, but it's John.
John Tesh.
I said I'm not going to say it for legal reasons.
Sorry.
You want to throw 3 dead birds on this? Tesh is a bird. You know what bird is, by the way, right?
A lady in England.
That's the word. Now, so they didn't. Some folks liked me, others tolerated me, some didn't like me there at all. And by the way, I stayed out of the way. I didn't do anything. I didn't bother anybody. I never was on, quote unquote on. I was nothing. Except for the one time in a meeting where I asked about something and everybody stared at me like I was an asshole. And when it was done, my boss says, "Jim, we don't talk at these meetings." I forget what I asked. I said something about, "Is that going to sell any better than the last one?" And everybody looked at me like I, literally took, it's the '80s record needle and the whole shot. At any rate, I was in the meeting once, and this guy John hated me because he was doing displays. He was going around from store to store. Maybe I've already talked about this. I don't know. He was going around store to store.
Oh, you have? Yeah, I know the story now. Yeah.
He was putting up displays, which I loved. I would have taken that job in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Great. Let's switch. But he hated me.
Yeah.
I don't know why. He had the better job. Maybe he made less money, or maybe he thought he made less money. Mm-hmm. Nobody could have made less money than me in my shit accounts. But he wanted my job. And after a meeting one day, we're in the meeting, and he just looked at me and goes, "You are a faggot." And just I go, "Pardon me?" He goes, "Yeah, you're a faggot." I go, "What?" And he goes, "You come in here, you take the job." Like, you just was a dick about it.
Wow.
John.
It's a weird use of that.
It really, well, again,
slur.
it was.
Yeah, no,
This
I
is
know.
1989, so it wasn't. I mean, it really, and I know that I fall back on this a lot. It really had nothing to do with homosexuality.
Yeah. But even then, it's just a weird way to go with it.
Call me a dick.
Yeah.
Call me whatever you need to call me. Like, I don't understand that one. Like, I'm with you. It didn't make any sense.
Were you wearing a pink shirt or something?
You know what? If you look at any picture of me from 1989, the answer would be yes.
That was the number one reason that you would be called a faggot when I was growing up, is if you had a shirt that was ever so slightly the color of a girl's shirt.
But what's it? See, to me, it was never a homosexual thing. It was never a female thing. It was never a sex thing.
Well, when I was growing up, it was.
But I'm 7 years older than you.
Yeah.
10 years.
But
older
same
than
year
you.
though. We were both talking 1989.
Yeah, but how old would you?
I was 15.
That's a great point. At any rate, he's not wrong. That's the the moral of the story.
Yeah, it's like he had really good gaydar.
He really
saw right through
he
you.
saw years in advance what was happening in my life. And his name is John. I don't know what he's doing today. I ran into him once at a bar after I was doing standing up comedy. Ran into my boss, Jim Haldeman, once too. And he seemed very excited to see me. Yet then we had nothing to talk to. Hey, what are you doing? I'm doing this. Hey!
All right.
And then done. We both, what we had in common is that we worked for MCA Records.
Mm-hmm.
And we liked golf. And I probably liked golf a little bit more than I really did when I was talking to him. One of those deals, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, talking golf.
Gotta ham it up.
Yeah, ham it up. Right? And all right, let's go around the room. That's a nice story from my childhood, 89. That makes me, 23 years of age? I was born in 1966. 89's 20. I'm not going to listen. I don't know what time of year it was. I still may have been 25.
Yeah, that's true.
And boy, did they hate having a 25-year-old. And my accounts hated me. They hated that they had a kid coming in wearing a Wham t-shirt. They hated that. They hated me coming in with my Chicago t-shirt.
Well, you could have maybe put a tie on to look a little more.
No, we didn't wear a
grown up.
tie. No, if I wore a tie, I would have been mocked. We didn't wear ties.
Okay.
And by the way, mocked more than me called a faggot.
Yeah, I was gonna say you were already getting it pretty bad.
I showed up in a briefcase and they mocked me.
Right.
You know
because
that-
it was empty. You didn't know what to put.
You're right. I had nothing in it. I had nothing
What's
in
this
it.
for? I thought maybe when you showed up, maybe you thought they would tell you what to put in it.
Well, eventually they did. Eventually I got paperwork and stuff. But I walked in and my beef and mocked me. Hey, what's that? Faux leather? Oh, day one? Come on. Put me back in my heels. Making fun of my car, my Fiero. They all called it a coffin on wheels. Everything about that
Why?
job. It was low to the ground.
Yeah.
And you kind of rode, you rode like,
Yeah.
like you're dead. It's
cool, though.
Coffin. I loved it. I saw one on the road the other day. I want to here's the thing. I want to get just a tad richer than I am now. Because I'm not, and by the way, that would be rich at all. Just a tad richer, and so that I can be the guy that goes out and buys a Fiero. I want to buy. Have we talked about that before?
I think we have, maybe off air. I mean, I don't think they're that expensive. I think you can probably.
A good one's between $5,000 and $10,000.
Oh,
So I'm looking at $10,000 if I want to get
you've
one.
looked it
that's
up.
for-
You've researched it.
Listen, when I have trouble sleeping, you get into that eBay, or Google search. Hey, what's going on with Fieros? And then you see the story about the guy in Michigan, which I love that state, by the way. You know that.
Yeah.
And by the way, I got no problem with Michigan. So the two of you that already have written me, and the episode went up 12 hours ago.
Yeah.
The two of you already that have written me, stop listening to the show. You don't
You
understand.
really gotten that? Because all I've seen is people telling us that the Silver Dome is not where the Lions
We've gotten
play.
that. There's been some other ones where people that understood I was being silly, but then
I
there's
blame Garen. He should know this stuff.
you should know that, Garen. But here's what I want to quote George Carlin here. What was it? NIMBY, not in my backyard.
Yeah.
It's like everybody loves this show. Hey, how dare you make fun of Michigan? Really? But it's okay for me to make fun of 9/11 every other day? Is it? The only thing to make that story worse if 9/11 was in Michigan. That's a two-striker, right? That's a Ted Striker. Who's Ted Striker?
Airplane.
Boom, you got it.
Yeah.
Bad day to quit, right, brother?
Striker.
God damn it, that's a great movie. Does it hold up? Does it hold up?
I haven't
It
seen it
does?
in a long time.
Does hold up?
It holds up.
Does Airplane 2 hold up?
I haven't seen that.
Was Airplane good the first time you saw it? No.
Yes.
As a kid, Airplane 2 was just as funny to me.
You know what I think happened with me is I flipped a couple of gears. Like enough time went past where it was like, nah, this one's trying. This one, the first one was gorgeous. Never seen anything like it.
Mm-hmm.
We laughed.
But
we
they go to the
enjoyed it.
moon in the second one, right? Isn't that the deal?
Here's the only thing I loved about that was Shatner. Whenever he'd walk to the door, would go, But there's no door there. What was my point about Michigan?
It's not in my backyard.
Yeah, whatever.
I believe that's what you said.
So to quote Carlin, that's the point.
Yeah.
But then before that, we were talking about what? MCA records. I was 25. People didn't like me. I was wearing a lot of fluorescents. No doubt about that. All right. Anyway, let's go around the room. I forget what my point was. I was going somewhere, man. Come on.
I don't know.
Black bud. We got a new dishwasher.
That was it.
That was it?
I said, how is it?
Oh, how is it?
It kind of mumbled a little
It's a
bit.
Kenmore, quiet as a mouse. You know, it's got 42 decibel or whatever the
I didn't even know that they measured these things.
they do, because you want it as quiet as possible.
I'd like to know it's working.
That's the problem with this one. It's also a plain front,
Oh yeah, you told us last week.
so you have to. And who was it? Was it Dan that said he has to put his ear to it?
Yeah.
Confirmed.
Uh-huh.
Got to put your ear to it to see, because I thought I didn't turn it on.
Right.
So I started and restarted about 9 times, wasting about 6 cakes of soap. And, I got those little things.
Little doodads.
I use Vanish. I think that's the brand I used.
Uh-huh.
Those are all right. And here's what I don't like about this dishwasher. I spent a lot of money on this dishwasher.
Yeah.
I don't like the bottom tray. Our old tray in the dishwasher that was just an average dishwasher, everything fit beautifully. This is there's a new trend, because I know this because I went to Sears today to see do other Kenmore models, do any other models. The Bosch has one. The Frigidaire has a bottom tray that's better for organizing. Otherwise, they're all they're straight prongs up and down.
Yeah.
You can flex them yourself if you want, but they're too high for bowls. No, I got to put my bowls up top. Bowls don't go up top, Matt.
Oh, well, I have a Kenmore and I can put bowls in.
Yes. How new of a Kenmore do you have?
I don't know.
That's my point.
It was there when I moved.
This is a brand new. That's the trend. These are all brand new. But they sell you. All the brands are flexible tines.
Yeah.
I don't need flexible tines. I need shorter tines, man.
Yeah, there was nothing wrong with the old system.
Love the old system. So here's what I might do. I might go online and buy the Bosch, and then
Just the tray?
because it just rolls in and out.
Oh, wait. So you're not going to go, you're going to buy the whole dishwasher?
No. The guy today, he goes, well, why don't you swap it out? I go, because I just dropped $1,000 on this one, asshole.
So it'll fit, though?
I don't know, but to me, it's worth a $40 gamble that if it doesn't work, I return it.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, sometimes those trays have a little thing that connects to the...
This does not. I can
Squirter.
guarantee this does not.
Okay, that's good.
I
Maybe
can
that's top
guarantee this does
That's
not.
top tray, actually.
That's top tray. Yeah. But then I bought something else at the Sears. And listen, at the risk of sounding like a comedian from 1994, can we stop asking to see my receipt when I'm walking out of the store? Can we stop that bullshit? Can we stop it? I mean, what are you looking? Because they never do anything. They just take a highlighting marker and do a little slash like to cover their ass.
I do have a trick for getting around that.
What's your trick?
Don't shop at Sears.
It happens everywhere. But Sears, I like Sears.
Ugh.
For appliances,
Which Sears do you go to?
I go to the one by my house, right over there in Baldwin Hills.
The one in Burbank is like a third world.
No,
country.
that one's awful.
So bad.
The one in Burbank by the
in the
Burbank.
mall. Well, the one in Glendale and Burbank, both of those are terrible.
I actually don't mind the one in Burbank as much as the one in Glendale. The one in Glendale is horrible.
They're both just
Horrible.
like
Full of Armenians
they seem.
walking around with their nonsense.
What my experience is that the only people shopping at Sears are the people who only know how to shop at Sears. Like they haven't like caught up with the world of shopping everywhere else that's better. So like you get stuck behind old people who are trying to write with a personal or they're trying to pay with a personal check.
You're right about that.
And that is death. You know, especially when they're understaffed and there's only one person working the register.
Let's take away your broad statement that Sears is horrible. They're a nice American company.
You gotta get with the times.
Listen, you're not wrong, but they're good people. I just got a dishwasher from them. It's terrific. Our washer and dryer are Kenmore's. I think the Kenmore. My vacuum cleaner is based on you telling me to look in the Consumer Reports.
Yeah, they make good appliances.
They make good appliances.
Yeah, but you can also just order those online. I mean, you can go into the store and look at them, and then go home and order it online.
I'm not a fan of that.
Get a better price.
But you can't. These days, everybody matches.
Yeah.
They're all doing the matchy moo because they're sick of showrooming. Is what they call it.
Showrooming.
That's
awesome.
what they call it. They don't like it.
Or for short, shrooming.
They call it shrooming? That's a whole different thing. That's a whole different thing, man. You go, I like to go there and have my kids spin that tumbler around. I drop some shrooms. Is that what you do with shrooms? You eat them? You eat and drop? You ever do an eat and drop, Garen? You like to experiment with vegetables?
I got mushrooms in
He
my bag.
experiments with vegetables. See, get the joke? He puts a cucumber up his ass.
I didn't go
That's
that far
it.
with it.
That was it.
Well, I'm not a homophobe like you.
I'm not either, but I've had fruit in my ass.
Well, you've been
An experiment. I didn't go to college, but I was on the road, man. I can't even tell you how much produce I've had in my ass. There might still be a grape up there from '91.
Oh boy, that's a raisin by now.
That's nice. That's nice. The amount of sitting I've
Cheers.
done, maybe some wine.
Sure.
Right? A good piece of business, baby. Right?
I guess there wouldn't be sun. Well, I don't know. Someone's
You can overanalyze this. It might be more wine than raisin, but I like
Yeah.
raisin. I like your. What about cran? Would it be a cran raisin?
sure. Cran apple.
I don't like cran apple.
You don't?
I don't dislike it.
Cran grape?
I don't like cran. What? I like cran apple. I think
Yeah. It's good.
that's what this show's come to, folks. Who likes cran apple? Give us a call. 591 rock 591 roll.
Cranberry juice cocktail, anyone?
Yeah, that's good.
Why do they call it? Why the whole name? Why not just cranberry juice?
Doesn't the cocktail have a fizz to it?
No.
I have an answer for this. It's short. I swear to God.
Go.
If you just had straight cranberry juice, it's super bitter, so the cocktail has sweetening in it.
All right, there we go. You know
Sugar.
what? Legit. Weirdo. Sugar. Oh,
I was showing him how he could have been even more succinct.
No, you know what?
difference
come on,
is sugar.
that's unfair. That was a nice answer. Gave you the information you needed. You don't have to crap on him for that.
No, it's true. It's nice to know.
Right, and let's remember my great quote. You're the bland white guy. What was my quote? What did I say one year that
1 year.
people seem to enjoy?
What did I say for a whole year straight? Yeah, bland white guy.
You're the guy. You're the everyman.
I know. I'm not supposed to shit on.
You be
people.
in shit on people. Listen, takes that club out of my bag.
I just thought it was like had something to do with that was marketed to like to mix with alcohol, as opposed to just a kid's drink.
I can't answer. Are we getting a thing there?
Mm-hmm.
All right, listen, let's take a quick break. That was a nice, strong opening right there. We'll be back. Our guest is here.
Yep.
Mike Schmidt is our guest. You remember him, the 40-year-old boy. He's got his own podcast now. After I fired him from this show. Adios, pal. Go on your own.
Spread your wings. Prepare to fly.
And he's doing great. And we're glad to have him back. And he'll be back with us. I'll go around the room when we return. And get ready, guys. I don't know if you like to press your fast forwards or your pauses or your skips. Some gambling right around the corner.
Don't forget to check out Never Not Funny Presents Rock Solid with special guest Lita Ford this week.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to the program. I'm Jimmy Pardo. That hasn't changed in the break. We did discuss it. We did discuss changing me out during the break. I thought it was...
Or just changing your name, maybe.
thought it was overreacting. What?
Just change your name.
What's that song? There's something that changing your name. Who cares? All right, let's go around the room, which we did not do in the opening of the program. We'll bring our guest into the mix in just a half a second here, but let's go around the room. Garen from Pop Culture Beast, popculturebeast.com. Garen Cockrell is here. Hi, Garen.
Hello, sir.
Garen got me a book. Garen used his Pop Culture Beast connections and got me the VJ book, the MTV VJ book. VJ, for one understands from watching Oprah, stands for vagina. It's a book all about vajayjays. And if I hear one other housewife from the Midwest say, call it a vajayjay and think she's interesting, I will go on a murder spree. I will go out there with, probably get a knife. I probably use a knife and kill them with it.
I have to interrupt quickly. Garen, someone else was just at the door, but our
Oh,
guest
you know,
is
I
already
bet you I
here.
know who it is. Come on in, Fred,
Hey,
quickly.
it's Fred.
Fred Solar's dropping off a prize for everybody.
Yay.
Hello, Fred.
How you doing? I'm Fred.
Doing great. Fred, say hello to Mike Schmidt. We're going to bring him into the mix in a second.
Fred, how are you? We met at the LA Podfest.
Okay.
Yes, I
Yes, sir.
remember. Your thing is called Man Boy? Or
Very close.
what's it called?
Yeah, a 40-year-old boy.
40-year-old
You're very
boy.
nice to know that.
Yeah.
Fred, we're in the middle of a show.
I'm sorry.
Hey, Fred, thanks for taking the time to ruin this guy's book. That's in the top 1 worst signatures in history.
It's an awful...
You wouldn't know that if this was not in your book. If he just ripped this page out, the guy would go, oh, some poor guy has
Maybe
epilepsy.
he will rip it off.
Let me see.
Yeah, I ruined it.
Uh,
I learned ruined is 2 syllables. I didn't know that till...
Ruined.
recently.
Ruined. Yeah.
Ruined.
They were laughing at a voiceover audition.
Because you kept saying ruined?
I thought it was 1 syllable. Ruined. I gotta learn that.
Ruined. Well, you know what? We're always learning, Fred. There's no end to that.
Wow. So this guy knew the answer, Raymond. I'm sorry to interfere, but I'm thrilled that he wanted it, and thank you.
You got no, thank you.
Okay.
The great
Thanks,
Fred
Fred.
Stoller. As a
Yeah.
reminder, the name of his book is called Maybe We'll Have You Back, The Life of a Perennial TV Star, Fred Stoller. And Fred's doing a show here in Los Angeles June the 20th?
Yes.
June the 20th at Nerd Melt.
Yes, it's me and other guest star guys telling our stories, like from the book. Jim Turner, I can't think of the names now, but Larry Hankin, who I love, who was on Mr. Heckles on Friends. He's a perennial guest guy. Little quirky thing. And this is the only way I get back on shows is come by with a little film.
Hence the title of the book.
Yeah.
That's my ploy.
Yeah, maybe we'll have you back, Fred.
He said he didn't even give me the maybe.
All right, June 20th, there's Fred Stoller at Meltdown. You can go to the Meltdown website and see that. Thanks, Fred.
Hi, Fred.
Fred Stoller. Look at that. You never know who's going to pop by here. It's like Johnny Carson and Bob Hope stopping by.
Let me see it.
Fred should have
wanna
thrown a
hold this up.
tomahawk into my balls.
It's a nice reference. All right, let's go back around the room. Now, Garen got me that Vijay book. I was in the middle of talking about my murder spree.
I would have laughed at the JJ book. I thought I was supposed to be. I was on
No,
lockdown
you're allowed.
silent.
No, you can
All right,
laugh.
cool.
What are you doing?
This is for the camera.
Oh, to show that horrible signature?
Hey, Kevin, best passed out.
And then,
Right, literally just fell asleep.
It looks
Not
like-
even interested in my own autograph.
looks like Ted Turner more than it does Fred Stoller.
It does
doesn't
look like
at that.
It does. It looks like.
No,
Ted.
literally it looks like Ted Ritter.
Yeah.
And that's the combination of the two names he just said who were on his storytelling show.
He asked me to boy, this will be. I probably shouldn't say this because then somebody will take this to moderate that show. He asked me to do it. I'm not available. So if you're going to go there, understand you're getting second choice. I don't know who it's going to be. I recommended Paul Goebel. I thought Paul Goebel would be a good guy to
Yeah.
moderate
That's the king of TV.
a show about television. Exactly.
Absolutely.
Right? I recommended him.
An avid Seinfeld fan.
Loves it. Loves a lot of shows.
I hope he does well because maybe they'll
We'll have him back. All right, Garen, put this in an envelope and mail that to Kevin. Kevin, what was his name? Marsman?
Marsman.
Marsman. Kevin Marsman won
What did
that.
Kevin do to get the book?
He guessed how many times Fred was a guest star on Raymond.
Oh, okay.
He remembered.
You remember, it's not guessing.
You guys are a cottage industry now.
Yeah, we got a lot going on.
We used to talk in a kitchen, and now you're giving
I
shit
know.
away. People are like, celebrities are popping in. That's amazing.
Strong word. And Fred Stoler's popping in. Fred's a friend. We appreciate him coming out. We're going to give something away today, Mike. We got some old 2 sets of headphones in a bag we're going to give away today.
Jesus Christ.
Headphones that weren't even good enough for us to use on the show.
How are we-
You've seen some of the shitty headphones we used.
Yeah, no kidding.
Remember when we started, each can had its own individual volume control?
Yeah,
or
but you
something?
raved about those. You acted like that was a good
You
thing.
loved it.
I was trying to put a positive.
No, these
spin
are
on
great, guys. Look, you can adjust. I don't need my left and right being
Why
different.
would you need that? I have partial hearing loss, and I'm going to adjust it accordingly.
These are nice ones, though. These are Sony nose. These are nose canceling.
Whoa,
if you
all
put
right.
these on, Mike, every face you look at doesn't have a nose.
Well, see, if that was canceling out smells, who buys those? Everybody in the world.
Oh, I do.
Oh, my God.
I just
everyone in
had.
India.
Speaking of which, I don't like that joke. That's offensive to our Indian friends. No problem with
I
it.
know what it smells like.
Just had a car wash.
Are you talking about Ed Ames, by the way, your Indian friends? I'm bringing back my reference to Tomahawk. Jesus.
I meant Middle Eastern Indian as opposed to
Middle Eastern?
You're Native American. I don't know what I'm doing.
Need a map for the new office.
I don't like this character. I don't like this. What is this comedy police guy?
Yeah.
Shut it down. I still got to go around the room. Had a car wash today.
Yeah.
Remember, because I said we had to start later today.
Yeah.
Because I had some stuff to do. That stuff to do was done before I would have even been up today. It was so. Then I'm in the valley killing time for 3.5 hours. Got the best car wash I've ever had in my life. Had a little leather. What do they call it? Conditioner put on there. The worst smell ever. Had to drive around with my windows and sunroof open to try to get it out of there.
Yeah.
Oof. Are you sure it wasn't the washer guy?
It's not that. It's not
That
that.
happens. They're in the sun all day,
does,
man.
yeah.
They're cooking up nicely.
It's happening at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Oh,
And it's an overcast
Well, who knows
day.
what he does in the morning? He's picking strawberries till 8, and then he shows up to do your car.
That's a good point. Anyway, you're going to get some noise-canceling headphones.
Wear those to the Middle East of India.
Battery
then,
not included, by the way.
And then, yeah, I know. I'm stupid. And then...
How are we not doing the show from a remote at a car show?
we will.
Yeah, we should be. I mean, this is perfect. You're giving shit away. People are dropping in. It's awesome.
Mike, you don't know who's going to stop in. We might... the door's always open here at Never Not Funny.
Sure it is. You would love that.
Oh, my God. Is there anybody that would hate that more?
Remember we talked about how, because there's so many empty storefronts now with the economy being terrible, we were like talking at one point, like, what if we just rented a storefront and did the show in the window?
I still would love that. I got no problem with that.
That would actually be funny. We know a guy who did that. Shoemaker.
Oh yeah, Shoemaker did that. Craig Shoemaker.
The Love Master?
Oh yes.
Yeah. He literally, like, before podcasting was invented, like an hour before podcasting was invented, Shoemaker did a radio show in a bakery or something ridiculous.
Right.
We did it. Well, we used this studio to do Noonan's, me and Noonan did a thing to try to get a radio job.
Who got one?
Well, Brian did. I think there was something wrong with the other headphone. They couldn't hear my part.
is that what it was?
Yeah, they couldn't hear us both. But yeah, so we went to a store on Ventura Boulevard and we were in there in a radio, and it was a radio studio. And in the front, no, it wasn't a bakery. It would have worked.
It was National Lampoon's.
They were selling like funny nose and glasses and exploding cigars and bullshit. It was ridiculous. What a mess. What a failure. It was. Remember, you even walked in there and you and I were picking stuff up and just making faces like, really? Whoopee cushion? 2006?
Yeah, I know.
Terrible.
I just don't like the acoustics. I think it's a bad idea from that angle.
With glass, you mean?
Yeah, and people walking by and
WGN does it in Chicago. The Today Show does it.
well, yeah, they have like $1 million sets.
We'd have nice window.
And don't they build it? But it's built out too, so maybe the noise goes into the negative space. Because if it was a flat window, I can see you're just talking
Yeah.
into
Oh,
it.
you're right. It
It's
is
like you're in
built,
jail.
It's like an angle. Yeah, you're right. I think
Yeah,
that's
like
probably
you're
what they
interviewing
do.
a prisoner. That's why they get to use the phones. But that's exactly why. I know a lot about
That's
sound,
it, right?
Elliot, you're the sound guy. Is that true? But I mean, in those studios, they build a lot of negative space, and maybe it goes out into that. So maybe it's better. I just wanted to say.
Speaking of negative space, from INDHD.com, Elliot Hochberg. Come on. That could have been put on a tee. That was perfect timing, Elliot. You know I don't feel this way off air. It's a character, right? He annoys me on the air. That's the bit.
I like the joke. It was good.
Yeah, it's a nice piece of business.
Yeah.
Garen, was I done talking to you? Thank you for getting me that book, by the way. Doing a great job over there, Garen Cockrell, our paid intern. Elliot, you're doing a great job over there. People are raving
Thank you,
off the
sir.
video. You're doing a terrific job.
Thank you.
Glad to have you on. Did you just cut to yourself to say thank you?
Yeah,
It better be cutting back at me in this slow burn that I'm doing.
I am.
Because these only happen 7 times an episode. You don't want to miss this one.
Not a second.
All right, listen. Damn, something in my eye.
I know.
It's probably that odor from my freaking car wash.
Put on those headphones.
Damn it. Can you see it?
I can see your eye. I mean, it's not like you have an axe blade in it.
That's what I'm asking. Can you see my eye?
Yeah, absolutely.
I got the 2. What I can do with this one is I turn this one down. I can see a little better, and then I can throw it right.
Well, the technology's improved. You'd actually use them both if you want.
You know, I had the laser eye surgery. You know that. And
Yeah.
I had my girlfriend use the laser from our CD player.
That's expensive, right?
No, it's not, because we just used it right at home, Mike. Took a little while. Took a little longer than it should have.
Oh, okay.
But it's fantastic. This eye is 2020, and this eye plays Chicago. So this eye is 2020. This eye is 2025 or 6-4.
Nicely done.
Silence.
I see coupons for that all the time.
Really? Yeah, because that's what you want to save as much money as possible when you're dealing with your eyes.
This is right out of the act, everybody.
That's you may have seen half of that on the Tonight Show. They told me don't do the second part. Don't do the part about the Chicago 25 for 6-4. So you're requesting I cut out the funny part of that piece? Part that makes that joke somewhat interesting and relevant to me and my personality? You got it. If it means I will bomb miserably, I'm in. The administrator, Matt Belknap. Matt,
Hello.
you had a busy weekend, man.
I did.
Saw a lot of pictures of you and your kid.
That was from my wife, you mean?
Is that where I saw them?
I don't really post stuff like that, but she does. That's probably what you saw.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, we went to the beach. I texted you, and then you got angry at me because usually we do play this as a game. We can still play it as a game with Mike.
But I'm out. I can't
probably
participate.
not as fun.
It's not a gambling
What
game.
celebrity couple did I see at the beach?
It's a good one.
Oh.
You're allowed one clue. What would you like your clue to be?
I would like my clue to be if this person, one of the people, a television star.
boy.
I don't know what the guy is doing.
He kind of was. He was.
I guess he was on a show. He was in movies, and then I think he was on a very popular.
Can I
drama.
ruin this? Can I tell you this? They met in the theater. They met in the
true.
theater. Wait a minute. He knows. Garen knows. That's no surprise.
And the other implicit clue is that I texted Jimmy immediately because I knew he would be excited about it. But then he got mad.
Well, I have no idea who Maddie Patinkin is dating.
He's been with his wife for many years, sir.
Oh.
Hey guys, Matt here with some dates for you. Mike Schmidt can be found online at MikeSchmidtComedy.com. Go to the Joe Business page if you want to get some merch or tickets to his upcoming live shows. Hey, and also check out Never Not Funny Season 1 if you like this episode. You can hear all of Mike's Never Not Funny episodes in Season 1, all 59 of them. That is at podcast.com, of course, and just go to Season 1 on the Primo page. Mike has an album coming out, courtesy of AST Records. It's going to be called The Big Angry. It's very excellent. I've heard it, of course, and you should check it out this summer at astrecords.com. Follow him on Twitter at The 40-Year-Old Boy. That's 4040 with the number. And Facebook.com/The 40-Year-Old Boy, same way. And Jimmy Pardo, no dates, but you can always find his stuff at jimmypardo.com. Enjoy.
To see this whole episode or for more great content with comedian Jimmy Pardo, head over to podcast.com. Don't forget to share, rate, and subscribe.